What's up, guys? My name's Christian and welcome to the first video on the World of Hoops YouTube channel. I'm so excited to be creating this channel, and basketball is just a huge passion of mine. I've been watching it for a while now, and I just can't wait just to share some of my opinions and just the analysis of what's been going on around the league. We'll pretty much just be talking about, top performers, game highlights, things that I'm seeing around the league and how I feel about them, predictions, things like that. Just anything that involves the NBA, we're pretty much going to be talking about on this YouTube channel, and I'm so excited. In this video, we're just going to be talking about some of the biggest stories around NBA opening night, so let's get right into it. So, the biggest game, or one of the biggest games that went on opening night, happened last night between the Hornets and the Pacers. Huge comeback win for the Hornets. They ended up winning by 1 point, 123 to 122. LaMelo Ball had a huge game, 31, 9, and 7, almost had a triple-double. And then on the other side, Domantas Sabonis, had 33 points, 15 rebounds, and 2 assists. Man, I'm really excited to see what LaMelo Ball can do this year. I think he can make the All-Star team. I'm expecting a huge leap for him from his rookie year. Even though he won Rookie of the Year, I'm expecting him to be way better this year, way more he's just going to be more aware of what's going on in the game. He's going to be able to, he knows how NBA basketball is played now. So he's going to be more aware on the court, and he's going to know how to take advantage of the opponent. He's smarter. So I'm just really excited to seeing how he performs this year. And game number 1 was a huge game for him. One of the biggest games of his career, one of the best games of his career. So hey, if that's how he's going to be playing the rest of the year, I'm excited to see what he can do. And I think the Hornets can make a really great push for the playoffs this year. They were just out of the playoffs last year. They were in the playoff picture for a good portion of the season, but then LaMelo got injured and there was some other injuries around the team. And I feel like this year, with everybody healthy, I think that they're going to bounce back and hopefully get the 7 or 8 seed. I can definitely see them getting one of those spots in the playoffs. Now, another game that I really want to highlight is the Knicks versus the Celtics. Man, the NBA it's an amazing league to watch. It's just so awesome when the Knicks are playing great basketball. Basketball is just a way better sport, way more entertaining when the Knicks are playing well, when they're doing their thing. And they had a great showing last year, overperformed. They had an unbelievable year when nobody really expected them to be that good. Tom Thibodeau he came in as head coach last year, made a huge difference. Julius Randle won Most Improved Player, and this year they've gotten even better with the addition of Evan Fournier, with Mitchell Robinson coming back, Emmanuel quickly developing. This is going to be a really fun team to watch this year, and man, great first game for them. Jaylen Brown, the 46 points, 9 rebounds, 6 assists in the Garden. That's a huge game for him. Was really impressed to see what he did. And I think he could have a huge season too. After making the All-Star game last year, I'm expecting him to make another jump, and I could definitely see him being an All-NBA type player. But Julius Randle, 35, 8, and 9, had a huge game. And I believe Evan Fournier also put in 31 points too. So those two had amazing games. Julius Randle played a great game. He played a great game. His game's not like what we saw against the Hawks in the playoffs last year, he was a very one-on-one type player. He tried to be one-on-one, tried to dribble all over the place and try and create a shot for himself. But that's not really his game. His game is catch, shoot, catch, attack, catch, pass. And that's what he did, and it worked out really well. He fed Evan Fournier when Fournier was hot, and that was a great decision by Julius Randle. And it was just an amazing atmosphere. You know, Stephen A. Smith was going crazy this morning on First Take. Spike Lee was there. I think Iggy Azalea was there too. Pete Davidson. A bunch of other celebrities too were there. And it was packed. The Garden was packed, and it was just an unbelievable atmosphere. And I'm really excited to see how the Knicks will do this year, and also the Celtics, because, you know, Jason Tatum didn't have his greatest game. I believe he went like 7 for 30 from the field, something like that. It was just a really bad game for him, but I'm expecting him to, you know, bounce back. It's Jason Tatum. It's Jason Tatum, so he's gonna... Yeah, Jason Tatum went 7 for 30. That's just not a good game, but it's the first game of the season. You can't really get too worked up about it, but, you know, he's going to be putting in that work throughout the year, and I'm expecting Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, and Jason Tatum to really push this Celtics team forward and hopefully make a good playoff run. So I'm excited to seeing how they play. Another thing that I wanted to really highlight in this video was just the young players that really made a splash first game of the year. Before the season started, I really thought that this season was going to be huge for the upcoming, like, the next generation of stars in the NBA. Like, there's going to be young players that will flourish this year and make a huge leap. Some of those players will be Ja Morant, Devin Booker, Karl Anthony Towns, some rookies like Cade Cunningham, Jalen Green, LaMelo Ball, Anthony Edwards, guys like that. And man, Ja Morant had a huge game, and I mean huge game last night. He just played unbelievable. And Anthony Edwards also had a huge game. Ja Morant dropped 37 points. Like, that's just ridiculous. Dropped 37 and just had highlight plays. He was dunking all over the Cavaliers. He was getting to the paint. He was shooting. He was playmaking. He was doing a bunch of different things. And I was really excited to see how he played. He just plays with a different type of, you know, just swagger, different type of grit. And I'm expecting him to have a huge season. Maybe most improved player. You guys will have to wait for my awards predictions video for how I feel those awards are going to go down. But I definitely feel Ja Morant's in the running for most improved player, and if he keeps on playing like he did last night, that's definitely going to be the case. And also in the Grizzlies-Cavaliers game, Evan Mobley, the rookie, dropped 17 points, and he had some great highlights, played really well, showed some flashes of being a really dominant player in this league, and really excited to seeing him. And another player, another rookie that had a great first game was Jalen Green on the Houston Rockets. He played absolutely unbelievable. There was one play where Taurean Prince was guarding him, and somebody was going to set a screen. Somebody was setting a screen for him, and Jalen faked right and forced him to bite on it, and then wrapped around, did a little behind the back, and cut right to the basket in an instant. It was like some Dwayne Wade in his prime type stuff, like Flash. Like, he's so quick, I didn't even think he was that quick. Like, that move was just absolutely ridiculous, so explosive, and I feel like he's going to be a huge problem this year for every single, just for the whole league. I feel like he's going to be a huge, huge, huge problem. He ended up putting up 9 points, which isn't that impressive, but again, first game of his NBA career, but he definitely showed flashes. But the real star in this Rockets Timberwolves game is Anthony Edwards, who scored 29. Karl Anthony Towns also scored 30 points as well, which is a huge game, but I was really happy to see Anthony Edwards drop 29. Like, that dude's just a really, really explosive player, super athletic, can do everything out on the court. Had some nice dunks, powerful dunks. I think he's one of those players that I think is going to make a huge second year jump. I don't want to say I don't want to say he'll make the All-Star game, but I definitely think he'll be in the running for it. He's just an unbelievable player. Him and LaMelo were really close in Rookie of the Year race last year. I think they could have been co-Rookie of the Years. That's how good they both were. So, I just think that this is going to be a really, really, really just amazing season. And, for Anthony Edwards. And I'm excited to see how he performs the whole season. Another game that I want to go over with you guys is Sixers-Pelicans. Man. What's been going on with the Sixers right now? It's crazy. It's crazy. At first, I thought that, it was the Sixers organization's fault because, they are kind of tough over there. They have a really tough, mentality. The fans are super strict, and I don't know, that could kind of affect players, but now I really feel it's Rich Paul and Ben Simmons' problem with what's been going on recently. But we'll talk about that in another video. But Sixers, great showing in their first game with all the noise going on around their team. Embiid dropped 22, 6 and 5, and Tyrese Maxey dropped 27 and 5. That's a great game for the second-year player out of Kentucky. Man, that was just a great game for them. Great game for the Sixers. And hey, if they can keep on performing like that, they might as well just get rid of Ben Simmons and get some players for him. Get some extra depth for him, because I don't know who's really gonna take Ben Simmons right now. So it's kind of tough, but hey, they played good this first game. I'm not too sure about the Pelicans. They have talent. They have BI. They got Zion, but he didn't play last night. BI dropped 25, 7 and 6. Had a great game. Nickeil Alexander-Walker dropped 23, 5 and 1. Great game for him as well. But I think the big storyline around the Pelicans right now is, does Zion want to get out of there, and will they trade him? Will the Pelicans trade him? And I definitely feel like Zion wants to get out of there. I just don't think it's the right fit for him. I feel like he could go to a way better market, a way better fit for him, and he'll absolutely destroy the league. Made the All-Star game last year, had a huge season, played very well. I just think he needs a better opportunity to flourish, and I don't think he's getting that opportunity in New Orleans. So it's unfortunate, because I want to see the Pelicans do well. They've gone through a lot with the whole Anthony Davis situation a couple years ago, but I just don't think it's working out with Zion there. And it was a great opening night. I completely forgot about the first two games of the season. Nets Bucks and Warriors Lakers. Let's start off with the Bucks Nets game. Man, Giannis might be the best player in the NBA. I know. It's crazy to say. It's crazy to think about, but I really think he is. Really amazing player. And I don't know, after they won the chip, people were like, oh, is Giannis really the best player in the league now? A lot of people were like, I don't know if he could go back to back with the whole, with the Nets getting overpowered and the Lakers getting Russ. But man, this first game of the season really proved like the Bucks are here to stay. They're gonna be in the running for a title this year too, ready to go back to back. And Giannis is not the type of player to win a ring and then take it easy. No, he wants many rings. He's gonna keep it going. First game of the year, he dropped 32, 14, and 7. First game of the season, Chris Middleton dropped 29 and 3. And Jrue Holiday dropped 12, 1 and 1 with 1 steal as well. That's good. Like, that's a great stat line for the big three. Giannis doing his thing, Chris Middleton being that star too alongside Giannis, and Jrue Holiday just doing that dirty work. I just think that's a really great big three. Their games really mesh together very well. And man, Giannis he played with a different type of ferocity, a different type of anger in that game. And it was just an amazing game to watch. Really love seeing how Giannis went to the, just lived up to the challenge and just went right after it, took it to the Nets. He didn't shy away. He just took it right to him, and it was amazing to watch. KD also had a great game, 32, 11, and 4. James Harden, 28 and 8. So those two had a really great game. But just not enough to keep up with the Bucks. And if Kyrie comes back to the Nets, I know it's going to be a much different story, but I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't really see Kyrie going back to them. I feel like he's a guy that's really going to stay true to his beliefs, and he's not going to let anything deter him off that, like change him. So I think he's willing to wait. He's willing to not play. So I think for right now, the Brooklyn Nets are still going to be a top 2 seed in the East, but the Bucks really took it to them. So without Kyrie on the Nets, I think that it could be a much closer series when they face off in the playoffs. It's going to be much closer. So I'm really excited to see how, what happens with Kyrie, because man, if he doesn't come back, I feel like the Bucks have a great chance of going to back-to-back finals. And then the other game, Tuesday night, was Lakers versus Warriors. Steph Curry had his first triple-double since 2016. I know that's crazy to say. It's crazy. Like, Steph Curry, first triple-double since 2016. But yeah, it was. He had 21, 10, and 10. He went 2 for 8 from 3, which isn't that great. Not a great shooting night for him. I'm expecting him to be much better the rest of the year, but still had a pretty good game. Jordan Poole, 22 and 3, had a great preseason. I feel like he can really carry that preseason throughout the entire regular season, and he had a great start Tuesday night. Man, I really like him. I mean, I go to Michigan State University. I'm in the dorm right now, but so being from Michigan, University of Michigan, kind of iffy. Don't really like that, but I liked him when he was on that team. I thought he was a great player, and he's really showing out. I feel like he's going to really be a huge asset to the team and put in some great production. I think it could be the Splash Trio. I think it could be Steph, Clay, and Jordan Poole. I really do. I think it's going to be a big, he's just going to be a big addition. And LeBron had a huge opening night game, 34, 11, and 5. And Anthony Davis dropped 33, 11, and 2 with 1 steal and 2 blocks. Great game for the duo. Hey, if LeBron plays like he did Tuesday night, hey, he's not slowing down one bit. Let's just say that. So, hey, he had a great game. Russ didn't play good in his first game with the Lakers, first game back home. 8 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. But I'm expecting him to be a lot better the rest of the year. I just think Russ is the type of guy that needs to feel his way through things, and I think once he finds his groove, he's really going to flourish with the team. So, again, this is just the first game of the season, but hey, if the NBA, the rest of the regular season, is just as good as what we saw opening night, I'm really excited to see it and just see who performs the best. It's just going to be a great season, and I think we could see that from opening night, the games that was going on, and I think there's going to be big changes around the league, new players flourishing, new players taking over the league, and I'm just really excited to see how it unfolds. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.